Hello guys, in this video we will learn about trigonometric ratios which are sine, cosine, tan, cosec, secant and cot, and we will see how these trigonometric ratios are defined and how these vary with the different theta, which is the angle. And after this video you could easily differentiate between all these trigonometric ratios and you can easily plot the graph of sine theta, cos theta and tan theta and remaining three trigonometric ratios. Let's see what are those six trigonometric ratios. There are six trigonometric ratios, which is sine, cosine, tan or tangent, cosec, which are inverse of sine, and secant, which is inverse of cos, and final one is cot, which is inverse of tan. So these all trigonometric ratios vary with theta, which is the angle. Tan theta, cosec theta, secant theta, cot theta. Now let's see how these are defined. Now consider a circle whose center is horizon, where this line is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is a circle with some radius r. Now take any point on the circle. Let's say this is point P, which is on the circle and on x-axis. Now this line segment OP makes 0 degrees with x-axis, because this line segment OP is coincided with x-axis, so it makes 0 degrees. Now if I move this point P somewhere on the circle, now this line segment OP makes some angle with the x-axis. Let's say it makes an angle with the positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise is theta. Now we need to draw perpendicular from P to x-axis. So let's say this intersection point is M. Now this angle M is 90 degrees because PM is perpendicular to OM. So this is 90 degrees. So this length of OP is nothing but radius of circle, which is R. Okay. Now if you observe, the triangle OMP is a right angle triangle. Now I will draw a right angle triangle. Let's say this triangle OMP is nothing but this triangle. So I will draw O, P and M. Now this theta is nothing but this theta. This 90 degrees is nothing but this 90 degrees. So now OP is called hypotenuse, which is opposite to 90 degrees. So in a right angle triangle, the side opposite to 90 degrees is called hypotenuse. We all know that. Hypotenuse. Similarly, the angle opposite to theta. What is angle opposite to theta? This is PM, which is nothing but this PM is called opposite side. Opposite side. Now the other side, which is adjacent to theta, which is OM, is called adjacent side. Adjacent side. If you see, this PM is nothing but, see this PM. Let's say if you draw perpendicular from P to Y axis, let's say this is N. So this PM is nothing but ON. What is ON? ON is nothing but Y coordinate of P. Similarly, OM, which is adjacent side, equals to PN, which is this red line. So adjacent side is nothing but this red line. and opposite side is nothing but this blue line, which is PM. Now sin theta is defined as sin theta. Theta is the angle here. So sin theta is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Similarly, cos theta is defined as adjacent side by hypotenuse. Similarly, tan theta is defined as opposite side by adjacent side. So now what is cosec? Cosec is nothing but inverse of sine, which is hypotenuse by opposite side. Similarly, secant is nothing but inverse of cos, which is hypotenuse by adjacent. Similarly, cot theta is nothing but inverse of tan theta, which is adjacent side by opposite side. Now we have seen how sin theta, cos theta, tan theta are defined. So if you observe from theta 0 to 90, this P becomes here when it is 90. So there is no triangle formed. What happens after 90? If you observe after 90, the triangle looks like this. And the red line looks like this. So this will be 90. So this will be theta. So theta will be like this. So after 90, the triangle OPM looks like this. So sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side? PM, which is some positive quantity, because above the x-axis y coordinates are positive, below the x-axis y coordinates are negative. Similarly, right side of y-axis x coordinates are positive, whereas left side of y-axis is negative. So PM is positive here, whereas hypotenuse is also positive. So the sin theta will be positive even in the second quadrant. Similarly, if you observe cos theta in the second quadrant, which is adjacent side by hypotenuse, adjacent side is negative because OM is in the left side of y-axis. So cos theta will be negative. Now we will see how this cos theta, sin theta, tan theta varies with different angles. Now let's say we will get back to original. Let's see how the sin theta varies with different angle. Let's say this is some angle theta. The different angles, how sin theta, cos theta, tan theta varies. We know that sin theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Let's consider the radius of circle is 1. So let's consider unit circle. Now this radius is 1. So the hypotenuse is 1. So what will be sin theta? Sin theta is opposite side, which is PM, or we have seen that PM is equals to ON. Similarly, OM is equals to PN, which is PM is nothing but y coordinate of P. OM is nothing but x coordinate of P. You must have known this from coordinate geometry. So sin theta will be opposite side, which is PM by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse here? 1. Similarly, cos theta is nothing but adjacent side, which is OM by hypotenuse is 1. So cos theta is nothing but this OM or this red line, which is PN. Similarly, sin theta is nothing but opposite side, which is PM by 1, which is also the PM. This is the blue line. So sin theta is the length of this blue line. Similarly, cos theta is this line which is Pn, this line segment which is Pn. So as theta varies, the length of this Pn is also varies. Similarly, as theta varies, this length of this Pm is also varies. So length of the value of sin theta is also varies. Let's see how this varies with the. This is the unit circle where O is the origin, P is point on the circle. Now theta, which is angle between OP and x-axis, which is 0. So we have seen that sin theta is nothing but the y coordinate of P. What is y coordinate of P here? 0. So sin theta or sin 0 is 0. Now if we increase theta, the y coordinate keep on increasing. So the sin theta is also keep on increasing. See, this y coordinate is nothing but this length. We have seen that sin theta is opposite side, which is the length of this dotted blue line divided by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? 1. So sin theta is nothing but this length of dotted blue line. So as I keep on increasing theta, if you observe, the length of blue line keep on increasing. See, as I keep on increasing theta, the length of blue line keep on increasing and increasing. When it becomes 90, if you observe, the length becomes 1. Because the radius of circle is 1. So when it is 90, sin 90 becomes 1. Because the triangle, the hypotenuse of the triangle matches with the opposite side. So the sin 90 will be 1. Okay, what happens after 90? If you observe after 90, it keep on decreasing. See, if you observe the length of dotted blue line, after 90 it is decreasing. But the length is positive. So sin theta is also positive because it is above the x-axis. So the length or the y coordinate of P is nothing but positive. So as I keep on increasing, see, as I keep on increasing from 0 to 90, after 90, the length keep on decreasing from 1 to 0. When it becomes 180, the length of blue dotted line becomes 0, which is sin theta. What happens after 180? If you observe after 180, the dotted line inverts. It is below the x-axis. So the length is negative or sin theta will be negative after 180. See, if you observe after 180, the length increasing, but it is in the negative. So the sin theta keep on decreasing. When it becomes 270, if you observe, when it becomes 270, the length of dotted line is 1, but it is in the negative direction. So the sin theta will be minus 1. So the minimum value of sin theta will be minus 1. It can't go below minus 1 because maximum of the minimum of sin theta is minus 1 because the radius of circle is 1. So it can go up to minus 1 or it can go up to plus 1. So the maximum value of sin theta is 1, whereas the minimum value is minus 1. If you observe, after 270, again it keep on increasing. See, at 270 it becomes minus 1. What happens after 270? Observe the blue dotted line. The length keep on decreasing, but it is in the negative direction. So the sin theta keep on increasing and increasing and increasing. When it becomes 360, it becomes 0. Okay, when it becomes 360, it becomes 0. See, if you observe the graph of sin theta, from 0 to 90, it keep on increasing. At 90, it becomes 1. Again, after 90, it keep on decreasing. At 180, it becomes 0. Because we have seen that at 180, the length of this dotted, length of this dotted blue line is 0 at 180. Similarly, after 180, it keep on, the length is increasing, but it is in the negative direction. So the sin theta, which is opposite side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but 1. Opposite side is nothing but the y coordinate of P. The y coordinate of P here is negative. So it keep on decreasing and becomes the minimum value when it is 270, which is minus 1. So after minus 1, the negative value keep on increasing. So at 360, it becomes 0. So what happens after 360? If you observe after 360, it again starts from 0 degrees. So again 24, 44, again it repeats the same sin theta. See, here the sin theta from 0 to 180, it is increasing up to 1. Again it is decreased from 1 to 0. After 180, it keep on decreasing up to minus 1. which is at 270. After 270, it keep on increasing from -1 and it becomes 0 at 360. After 360, it again going to repeat because the angle again starts from 0. See, after 360, the angle is nothing but again 0, again starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 60, 90, 70. See, after 360 also it is going to repeat the same. After 720, which is 2 times 360, it again going to repeat the same. So the period, which is we will call the period of sin theta, is 360. Period is nothing but after what interval the sin theta is going to repeat. If you observe, after 360, the sin theta, the curve of sin theta again going to repeat. So the period of sin theta, we call it as 360. So what is the maximum value of sin theta? Which is 1, which occurs at 90 degrees. See, if you observe at 90 degrees, what is happening at 90 degrees? See, I am moving towards 90. See, as it is going towards 90, this length of blue dotted line matches with the radius of unit circle. So it becomes 1. We have seen that sin theta is nothing but this length of blue dotted line because hypotenuse is 1, whereas sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So which is opposite side. So at 90 it becomes 1. When it becomes minimum, it becomes a 270. At 270, sin theta becomes -1. Again it keep on increasing. Again it becomes 1. Again it keep on decreasing up to -1. Again it increases to 1. So this is going to repeat for every 360 degrees. So we call 360 degrees or 2 pi. Pi is nothing but 180 degrees. So 2 pi is nothing but 360 degrees. 360 degrees is nothing but a complete circle. See, if you observe 360, it will be a complete circle. So the period of sin theta is 2 pi. Now let's see for cos. Okay. Now for cos theta, when theta is 0, if you observe, the point P is on the x-axis. Now cos theta is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. What is adjacent side here? Adjacent side is nothing but the length of this OP, the length of this red line, which is 1. So cos 0 will be 1. Now if you increase theta, if you observe the red line, it keep on decreasing from 1 because see, when it is 0, it is 1. After 0, it keep on decreasing. Cos theta is nothing but length of this red line. We have seen because this length of red line is also equals to the adjacent side, which is the x coordinate of point P. If you increase the theta from 0 to 90, the cos theta, which is the length of adjacent side, keep on decreasing. At 90, if you observe, at 90, the red line becomes 0. See, the red line keep on decreasing at 90, it becomes 0 because x coordinate when it is 90 degrees, x coordinate of P is 0. So cos theta is 0. We have seen that cos theta is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1 here. So cos theta is nothing but adjacent side. What is adjacent side here? Adjacent side is nothing but length of this red line or x coordinate of point P. Because x coordinate of point P is nothing but the length of this red line. Now, when it is increasing from 0 to 90, we have seen that at 90 it becomes 0. What happens after 90? If you observe, after 90, the cos theta becoming negative. Why? Because if you observe this length of red line, it is in the left hand side of y-axis. We have seen that when it is left hand side of y-axis, the length is nothing but negative because the coordinates of x is negative. Whereas when it is right hand side, the coordinates of x are positive. So the length, which is length of this dotted red line, is negative of something. So it becomes negative after 90. So again after 90, as the angle keep on increasing, the distance of P is increasing, but it is in the left hand side. So the negative of larger value is smaller value. So as it is increasing, negative of that increasing will become decreases. So if you see minus 0.5 and minus 1, which is the smaller value, minus 1 is the smaller value. But in the magnitude wise, 1 is greater. But when you keep a negative, the negative of larger number will be the smaller. So as theta keep on increasing from 90, the cos theta, which is the length of this dotted line, which is some negative of something, becomes keep on decreasing. If you observe, when it becomes 180, see, I am changing the theta. when it becomes 180, if you observe the length of red line, it becomes the radius of circle, which is minus 1. See, when it becomes the length of this dotted red line matches with the radius of the circle, which is on the left hand side. So the cos 180 will be minus 1. If you observe, cos 180 will be minus 1. Okay, what happens after 180? If you observe, after 180, it again keep on increasing from minus 1. See, observe the graph and how I am changing the theta. So after 180, this dotted line is still in the left hand side of y-axis. So it is still a negative value. See, even after 180, it's still in the left hand side. See, so still the x coordinates are negative. So the cos theta, which is the length of dotted line, is still negative. So after 180, the magnitude is keep on decreasing, but there is a negative value. So the cos theta keep on increasing and increasing and increasing. When it becomes 290, if you observe, when it becomes 270, it becomes 0. What happens after 270? The dotted red line comes towards right side of y-axis, which is positive x-axis. So cos after 270, it again becomes positive. Again, when it reaching towards 360, the length of this dotted red line, which is cos theta, becomes 1 at 360. We have seen. Okay, again, what happens after 360? We have seen in the sin theta case, after 360, it keeps on repeating. Similarly to the cos theta case, after 360, again it starts from 0. Again, it keep on repeating. It keep on repeating. From 0 to 90, it keep on decreasing. At 90, it becomes 0. Again, after 90, it keep on decreasing. It becomes minus 1 at 180. Again, after 180, it keep on increasing and increasing. And at 270, it becomes 0. After 270, again, it keep on increasing and increasing. At 360, it becomes 1. See, after 360, it is going to repeat. So the period of cos theta is also 360, which is 2 pi. We know that pi is 180 degrees. 2 pi will be 360 degrees. Now, what is the maximum value and minimum value of cos theta? If you observe, the maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1, because the maximum value occurs at when cos is 0, cos theta is 0, because the length of cos theta, the cos theta is nothing but adjacent side. So adjacent side can be maximum, can be 1, because it is inside it is the radius of unit circle. Again, the minimum value, it can be minus 1. It can't go below the minus 1. It can't go lesser than minus 1, because the unit, the radius of the circle is 1, which is unit circle. So it can go up to minus 1. Again, it can go up to 1. So it can go up to minus 1 to 1. So the cos theta values lies from minus 1 to 1. So the minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is 1. And the same, we got the same in the sin theta also. Okay, now we have seen that how sin theta and cos theta varies. We have observed that max of sin theta is 1, min is minus 1, whereas maximum of cos theta is 1, minimum is minus 1. The periods of sin and cos theta is 2 pi, which is 360 degrees. Now let's see how it varies, how the tan theta varies with theta. We know that tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. So in this case, tan theta will be Pm by Om, which is nothing but ratios of opposite side by adjacent side, or we can say the ratios of sin theta and cos theta. Okay, so tan theta is nothing but sin theta by cos theta. Okay, in the sin theta and cos theta, we have assumed that hypotenuse is 1. Then we can observe that sin theta will be just the side of Pm. Similarly, cos theta will be just the Om, because hypotenuse is 1, cos theta will be Om by 1, which is Om. Similarly, sin theta will be Pm by 1, which is the Pm. So we observe the length of Pm as theta is varying. Now let's see what it will be for tan theta. Tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Let us assume adjacent side is 1. Let us fix the value of adjacent side is 1. So for this theta, let's say I have taken another right angle triangle, So if you see, I haven't changed theta, but I extended this hypotenuse. Now, let's say this is some Q. Now, OQ, let's say this is some capital R. Now, OQR is also a right angle triangle at R. You must have got some doubt because I haven't varied theta, but I changed the right angle triangle. Will the sine theta cos theta remain same or not? Yes, of course, sine theta and cos theta remain same. Because for a certain theta, for a single theta, the value of sine theta is fixed quantity. It can't have two different values of sine theta for a single theta. Now, if you observe, what is sine theta here? Opposite side, which is Pm by hypotenuse, which is 1. Similarly, in triangle OPM, if you observe triangle OQR, which is also a right angle triangle, what is sine theta? Opposite side. What is opposite side? QR by what is hypotenuse? OQ. So we got two different sine thetas. Will it be equal or not? Yes, of course it will be equal. Why? Because if you observe, these two triangles are similar triangles. These two triangles are similar triangles. So we have seen that in a similar triangles, the ratios of corresponding sides are equal. So the corresponding side of PM is QR. So PM by QR equals to corresponding side of OQ is OP, which is 1. So OQ by 1. So this is equal. The sine theta is same. So because these two triangles are similar. Similarly, tan theta, in this case, in triangle OPM, what is tan theta? PM by OM. Or what is in this case OQR? QR by OR. What is OR? OR is 1 because we have taken a unit circle OR. So if you observe the length of QR, we can get the tan theta value. So it is easier to observe this length of QR rather than checking the ratios of PM and OM. Because these two are equal, because these two triangles are similar triangles. Now let's see how this QR, length of this QR, varies with a different theta. If you observe this tan theta, in the first quadrant, which is the ratios of opposite side by adjacent side, because the PM by OM, which is positive, these both are positive in first quadrant, tan theta will be positive. If you observe in the third quadrant, let's take to the third quadrant. Now this will be theta. In the third quadrant, if you observe, what will be the tan theta? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is negative because it is below the x-axis. Adjacent side is negative because it is the left hand side of y-axis. So the ratios of two negative numbers is positive. So tan theta will be positive in the both first quadrant and the third quadrant. Whereas tan theta will be negative in the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Because in the second quadrant, opposite side is positive, whereas adjacent side is negative. Because opposite side is, see, if you observe, in this case, this will be theta. So the opposite side is positive because above the x-axis, whereas the adjacent side is left hand side of y-axis, which is negative. This is negative, this is positive. What will be the tan theta? Opposite, positive by negative, which is negative. Similarly, in the fourth quadrant case, you will get negative by positive, which is tan theta is negative. So tan theta is negative in second and third quadrant. Sin theta is positive in first quadrant and second quadrant, and cos theta is positive in first quadrant and fourth quadrant, whereas tan theta is positive in first quadrant and third quadrant, because in the third quadrant negative by negative it gives positive, whereas in the first quadrant positive by positive it gives positive. Okay, let's come back to the point. We need to check how this tan theta varies with the different thetas. We have seen that tan theta is nothing but length of QR because OR is 1. Tan theta is nothing but opposite side, which is QR, by adjacent side, which is OR, QR by 1. We have seen that this PM by OM is also equals to QR by 1 because these two triangles are similar. Let's observe the length of QR, how it varies with the different theta. Okay, now the theta is at 0. Then the point P will be on x-axis. So what will be tan 0? Tan 0 is opposite side by adjacent side. See, adjacent side is 1. What is opposite side? There is no opposite side at all, which is 0. So 0 by 1, which is 0. So tan 0 is 0. Now if I keep on increasing 0, let's say some theta is 19 degrees. So we have seen that tan theta is nothing but length of this blue line. If I keep on increasing, see, this is the blue line. We have seen that tan theta is nothing but this blue line because we have seen that both the triangles OPM and OQ are similar. So tan theta is nothing but opposite side, which is the dotted blue line divided by 1 because these two triangles are similar. So the tan theta will be length of this dotted blue line divided by 1, which is length of this dotted line. So as I keep on increasing theta from 0 to 90, the tan theta keep on increasing. If you observe, the length of the dotted blue line keep on increasing. See, keep on increasing. Okay. As it reaching towards 90, see, it is abnormally increasing. As it reaching towards 90, it is tending to infinite because if you observe at 90, what happens at 90? At 90, there is no triangle formation because at 90, it will be once two angles will be 90 degrees. In a triangle, two angles will be 90 degrees. Then there is no formation of third side. So there is no formation of triangle. So tan 90 will be undefined. But the tan theta, as it is approaching towards 90, it is becoming larger and larger. So we say that tan theta is tending to infinity when it is moving towards 90. But at 90, tan 90 is undefined. So at 90, there is no formation of triangle. So that at 90, tan theta is undefined. Okay, now after 90 degrees, let's see what happens for tan after 90 degrees. See, after 90 degrees, it will be in the second quadrant. We have seen that in second quadrant, tan theta is negative. So if you observe, after 90, just after 90, let's say 96 degrees, tan theta is nothing but this length of dotted blue line. This is not blue, this is magenta. This dotted magenta line. So if you see, tan theta will be negative of larger value. So it will be somewhere below. So as I keep on increasing after 90, it again, see, if you observe that dotted magenta line, the length is keep on decreasing, but it is in the negative side. So the tan theta keep on increasing from negative larger value. See, it keep on increasing. When it becomes 180, if you observe, the length of dotted magenta line becomes 0. So tan theta becomes 0 at 180. Okay, let's see after 180. After 180, it becomes in the theta is in the third quadrant. We have seen that in the third quadrant, tan theta is positive because in first and third quadrants, positive by positive in the first quadrant, negative by negative in the third quadrant. So tan theta becomes positive in first and third quadrants, whereas in the second and fourth quadrants, it is negative. So as I keep on increasing after 180, the tan theta again keep on increasing, and at 270, it becomes undefined. See, as it reaching towards 270, tan theta is moving towards infinite. Infinite is some larger value which we don't know. So, but at 270, it is undefined because there is no formation of triangle. Because two angles are 90, we can't say the third side. So it is not a right angle triangle anymore. So tan 270 will be undefined. Again, after 270 to 360, if you observe, again it becomes negative. because in the fourth quadrant, if you observe, opposite side is nothing but opposite side lies below the x-axis, which is negative, whereas adjacent side below lies right side of y-axis, which is positive. So negative by positive is negative. So tan theta in the fourth quadrant will be negative. So now I keep on increasing from 270 to 360. Again, tan theta keep on increasing because negative of larger value is smaller, whereas negative of smaller value is larger. So the tan theta, the length of this dotted blue line is decreasing, but it is in the negative direction. So the tan theta keep on increasing and increasing. At 360, it becomes 0. Again, what happens after 360? Again, it repeats the same trend. If you observe for tan theta, the period of tan theta is 180 degrees, not 360. Whereas for sin theta and cos theta, the period is 360 degrees, which is 2 pi. But whereas for tan theta, it is pi, because if you observe from 0 to 90, it going towards 0 to infinite. At 90, it becomes undefined. Again, after 90, it keep on increasing from minus infinity to 0. Again, if you observe after 180, see what happens after 180. After 180, again it going to repeat the same trend. See, after 180, again tan theta repeats the same. Again, after 180 plus 180 is 360. Again, after 360, it keep on repeating the same way. So the period of tan theta is 180 degrees, whereas for sin and cos, it is 360 degrees. Why for tan theta it become 180? Because tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side, whereas sin theta is just the opposite side by hypotenuse. So as we taken the ratios of two sides, after 180 degrees, the ratio keep on repeating after 180. If you observe, we have seen that tan theta is nothing but length of this blue dot, this magenta dotted line. After 180, if you observe, it again keeps on repeating as the same trend. It went from 0 to 180. So the period of tan theta is 180 degrees. So if I ask you what is the minimum value of tan theta and maximum value of tan theta, it is undefined. We can't say. It is because the maximum value, it is going towards infinity, whereas minimum value, it is going towards minus infinity. We can say that there are no minimum and maximum values for tan theta because it can change to any value in the real line. So if you see, similarly 0 to 180, it repeats the same. You can say for even the negative angles. What is a negative angle mean is you need to move clockwise. So if you move clockwise, the theta is denoted as negative. See, you are going to get the same trend for every 180 degrees. Okay, we have seen how sine, cos and tan looks like. Similarly, cosec is nothing but 1 over sine. Secant is nothing but, cosec is nothing but 1 over sine. Secant is nothing but 1 over cos. Cot is nothing but 1 over tan. So, we have seen that sine is positive in second and first quadrant. Cos is positive in first and fourth quadrant. Tan is positive in first and third quadrant. There is a short trick to remember this, which is all silver teacups. You must have known this. All silver is in the second quadrant, tea is in third quadrant, cups is in fourth quadrant. See, all is nothing but all trigonometric ratios are positive in first quadrant, which is 0 to 90. Silver, take the sign. So sine and what is the inverse of sine? Which is cosec. Sine and cosec are positive in second quadrant. T is nothing but tan. What is inverse of tan? Cot. So tan and cot are positive in third quadrant. Cups, what is C? Cos. What is inverse of cos? Secant. So cos and secant are positive in fourth quadrant. This is a short way to remember in which quadrant these trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay, let's see all the sine, cos, theta as theta is varying from 0 to 360. Okay, let's see. See, as theta keep on increasing, the red plot is cos and blue plot is sin, the magenta plot is tan. See how this tan, cos, sin are varying as theta is varying from 0 to 720 or 0 to 360. We have seen that period of sin and cos is, if you observe only sin, the period of sin is 360 degrees. If you see, after 360 degrees, it again keep on repeating. See, from 360 to 720, it has this trend. After again 720, it behaves as same. So the period of sin is 360. If you observe cos, it also has same period as sin. If you look sin and cos, the plots look similar, but there is some shift in angle. Let's see what that shift is. Okay, we have seen that there is some shift in the graphs of sin and cos. Why that happened? Because if you see, what will be the third angle of this right angle triangle? This will be 90 minus theta. Why? Because sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So now sin theta is opposite side by adjacent side. So what is sin 90 minus theta? So what is opposite side of this 90 minus theta angle, which is adjacent side? Adjacent side of this theta. We can say adjacent side by hypotenuse. We know that adjacent side by hypotenuse is nothing but cos theta. So we can write sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. So this is why we got a shift in graphs of sin and cos. Similarly, if you observe tan 90 minus theta, which is opposite side by adjacent side. What is the opposite side of 90 minus theta? Which is adjacent side of theta. Similarly, what is adjacent side of 90 minus theta? Which is opposite side of this theta, which gives adjacent side by opposite side. What is adjacent side by opposite side? Which is cot theta, because cot theta is nothing but 1 over tan theta. 1 over tan theta is adjacent side by opposite side. So tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. Similarly, cos 90 minus theta will be sin theta, and cot 90 minus theta will be tan theta. Okay, we have seen how these 6 trigonometric ratios are defined, and we have seen how these plots looks like. We have considered a unit circle, and we have changed the theta, and we have observed the lengths of PM and PN. We have seen how sin and cos varies, and we have seen what is the period of sin, what is period of cos, and we have seen minimum and maximum values of sin and cos. And we have seen that sin 90 minus theta equal to cos theta, because there is a shift in plots of sin and cos, which is the 90 degrees. Okay, because we know that cosec theta is nothing but 1 over sin theta, you can plot the graph based on sin. And similarly, if it is a secant theta, which is 1 over cos theta, you can also plot the graph of secant theta from cos theta. Similarly, you can plot the graph of cot theta from tan theta. Thank you. I hope you understand these 6 trigonometric ratios in a better way. If you like this video, please do share with your friends, and please do like.